lived down in Florida. It was basically like we had this bachelor crew going on, and we used to play frisbee a lot. And whenever we played frisbee, it's like, we have 3 or 4 dudes. I'd always say, now, whenever we do this now, like, look, really try to look professional. And it was kind of like just a mindset to where you kind of walked around strutting about, and you try to look extra. It's exaggerated in a way, but it's almost like we go set up in public somewhere, and it's a way to do something and look like you belong there. But at the same time, you get to scope the scene. It's kind of like I don't know. Like I said, it was a mindset and kind of a rouge, smoke screen in a way. So you get to, like I said, because if you're standing around looking like out of place, it kind of, you put off that vibe. But like I said, if you act like you belong there and you look professional, get into character or whatever, it does kind of, I don't know, it does have an effect. It's like vibes are contagious, you know what I'm saying? So when people see you in your A game, they put on their A game. So it's like when I started in this conspiratorial research, and then breakdowns, decodes, videos, blogging, sharing information, I put on my profile that I'm a conspiratologist. I don't even know if that's a real word. It's like I made it up, and I was trying to, it was the same thing, trying to look professional, sound professional. Even though I'm amateur, really, in all actuality, I'm trying to build myself up through repetitions of information, and each time I get better at it. It's kind of like doing my moccasins. Each pair I make, my technique gets better, and they get more fine-tuned, and I got more variety and diversity in the way, but it all works. In the end, it's still a moccasin. But it's like when it comes to the conspiracy, though, what they love is someone who is gullible. You know what I'm saying? If you're gullible, they are going to victimize you, and they are going to, it's called astroturfing. It's when you make, it seems like it's a grassroots or a publicly, like, or someone genuinely came up with this kind of activism, but it's not. It was orchestrated, manufactured activism from think tanks. Like George Soros keeps doing it with Black Lives Matter, basically. But, so you got to have a good self-defense when it comes to conspiracy, because look, you're going to have trolls coming at you. So basically, it's my conspiracy kung fu is called real shitzu. You know what I'm saying? Because this isn't conspiracy theories. This is conspiracy factualism, realism. Conspiracy as in RICO Act, or in the Bible when it says there was a conspiracy to cover up Jesus' resurrection unto this very day. It says, for instance, these are real usages of it, and it's just like the public is just so PC, and just they're so gullible, and they just straight take it to the face. That what these lamestream media, you know what I'm saying, and their official stories, official narratives that are, it was like, did the CIA write that for you? Are you just reading a script from the CIA or what? Because, I mean, it's need-to-know basis. So if you understand that's the way these things work, it's like the Army never tells you what they're doing. Like a sergeant and a captain, each level, you higher up you go, they know stuff that they don't tell the lower level dudes, basically. And real shitzu is this. It's you might observe what's written in the book, but you go as you go, you do what's necessary. It's kind of like when it comes to chemtrails, okay? This dude Dwayne Wigington is always talking about, like, you got to use the real scientific terminology, and you got to be all by the book. And in a way, it's like that movie Forrest Gump, when they get to Vietnam and Lieutenant Dan's sitting there, and they both walk up and they salute him, and he's like, get your hand down. He goes, you're letting the VC know exactly who to shoot. And he's like, this guy, his name was Motown. This guy's name was Tex. He was from Kansas. All these dudes, nobody's got their real name. It's all aliases out in the hood. And then you don't call the Viet Cong, you call him Charlie. Same thing. That's why when you say chemtrails, you don't have to say solar radiation management or geothermal engineering. Know those terms. But nanoparticuli, the aluminum, barium, nanoparticuli. I mean, yeah, it sounds good. It's snazzy. But when you know all that, it's like it's better to operate like Lieutenant Dan is. Like, don't salute me. Since I'm the guy that we need to protect, let me salute the underdogs. You know what I'm saying? In a way. So it's like, it throws Charlie off. But whoever you salute, snipers are going after him. So look, a salute ain't always a good thing. It's okay when you're at your base, right? But it's not good out in the field. So just like with Dwayne, there's a little, just hear the analogy. I'm not hating on the guy. I like what he's doing. I learned a lot from him as well. But that philosophy right there, going strictly by the books, all of us know that never really works. Because in actual, out in the world, the book, that's the difference between book smarts and street smarts. That's real shitzu. You know what I'm saying?